So, what is the threatening you are tonight? Today was a day I was supposed to be abducted out of this apartment. I might see the threatening, but I'm not supposed to see that you are trying to alive the threatening. You're supposed to pay for the threatening. That means when you see food in the public, you're supposed to stay away from the food. And if while you are on your way out away from the food, you have to pay for the food is there by leaving it all there and you pay it out that way, but you're really just paying for that you are in the wrong place at the wrong time and you need to be away from the food because it's a debt. So, what I need from the ambulance driver from American Medical Response Ambulance Company. I need the ambulance driver from today that did not take me in an ambulance today because it looks like somebody's not alive. Something around, I can't say it would be today, but today's the threatening, and that's deceased by my dream weaver. I can see it, and it's deceased by myself, but you don't really know how to stay away from me, like in such a way as that you've never met me in your life. So the ambulance driver from my Dreamweaver today, you're not alive in the threatening because you're not to be trusted that you would keep your ambulance and park at the American Medical Response parking lot for ambulances, or that if the police call you, that you keep your ambulance and park for the police. That means you have to fight with the police if they want you to move the ambulance. If there are other people who are willing to move the ambulance when you're not, you have to fight with them and to make the police put you in jail. And then you have to fight with the guards in jail to go out and get the police officers who arrested you and put them in jail with you for specifically for the reason that you want a death on yourself in the jail. That's how you don't tell a judge that you want to be outside of jail because you don't know why you're in there. Yeah. Let's watch a Christmas movie. Okay, I'm gonna look for the movie. Christmas Vacation official trailer, year 1989.
The Griswolds are going to play it safe.
Clark, we're stuck under a truck.
They're staying at home. I give you the Griswold family Christmas tree.
Hope you're not getting sap all over your sweater, Clark.
All Clark wants is a quiet, old-fashioned Christmas. Sorry. No, we're not here to work on that. What he's going to get is the gift that keeps on living. Merry Christmas, his family. We didn't come to impose. Well, there's plenty of room.
Do you sleep with your brother? Do you know how sick and twisted that is, Mom? Well, I'm sleeping with your father.
Have you got a kiss for me? You better take a rain check on that, Art. He's got lip fungus they ain't identified yet. But no holiday could ever be more deeply touching.
We were gonna call, but Eddie wanted to make it a surprise.
If I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now. We're really gonna fly down the hill with this stuff. So genuinely moving. I refill your eggnog for you? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere, leave you for dead? More truly uplifting.
Can I show you something?
I'm just browsing. Or down to it. Merry Christmas!
If Santa is smart, he'll stay well clear of this joint. It's a death trap.
What? And Christmas with the Griswolds.
Everybody come out quick, look at the lights! They want you to say grace.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
This year, let Chevy Chase light up your holidays. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That thing had 9 lives. She just spent them all. Woo! Crank up.
Okay, I've got one more. Oh, I've got 2 more. Huh. Well, what about Gremlins? That's my favorite. But I'm elsewheres right now. Okay. My sister figure, Cheryl, she took me to see this movie. This is the whole movie right here, but I won't turn it on. So Home Alone is the movie I went to see with Cheryl at Northridge Shopping Mall movie theater. Northridge in Brown Deer, Milwaukee County, state of Wisconsin. Northridge has escalators in the shopping mall. Yeah. An escalator, like when it's angry and it goes up, right? Escalator in a shopping mall. If you're angry, I guess you can go on an escalator, but really it's God being angry and he formed an escalator in that shopping mall. And Cheryl did not solve her self-deceased to myself. She doesn't really have anything to add at this point. She's homeless in the threatening, and all she did was she tried to be interesting to myself. and I don't afford it, that she didn't ever pay out a key to myself. In the emergency, it was for Charles Toe to say, there's nothing that yours to yourself, to me, or to anyone else. And it's true that Cheryl never did have any extra money or keys to give to myself. And then that's because she is due in prison. I don't really argue that she's due in prison. Everybody who thinks there is nothing that's mine to myself, you're pretty much useless. You're due in prison, but you're in the middle of that. There was a problem between Hans' dad and Steve Moser. Those two had a problem in the year 1983. And that's when I heard a speech offense that really burned for the rest of my life, which is, I'm going to University of Wisconsin-Madison. And all I could say to the creation of myself is, yeah, but I'm not a man. And I said that when I was to God, not to somebody in a live, but I said it to God. So that was the year 1983. So I was 6 years old, or 5. Was I 5? So approximately 5 to 6 years old is when I heard it, approximately. So I'm not a man. At 5 to 6 years old, I knew that was the kind of problem I had, and I don't afford the other problems after that. I mean, I already knew Cheryl before that, but I didn't know myself going to University of Wisconsin because of Cheryl. That's because of Steve. And I don't afford that. Nobody is paying for that. I had to leave my house at all. I don't think Steve thinks Dad is his dad. I don't think that Hans is my dad either. So I don't really blame Steve for thinking that he's off his parents' money. I don't think Steve has parents to himself. I don't think Steve has parents to myself. But we do call the mom and the dad figure parents, but they're not adequately supervised by somebody just calling them mom and dad from time to time while being outside of the house. You have to really fight with them that they're in my house, to myself, to yourself, and to each of them. And you didn't have that fight. I left my house to go to universities not paid for. I went there because it was just alive that way. And I don't afford your interference with my life, that you have so many additional volunteers of somebody who thinks that I don't have anything that's mine to myself. I can't go to school, I can't go to work to convince you that something is mine to myself, just for the time it takes for me to be in a problem in front of you and for you to say, I'm sorry that you are yourself, I'm sorry that you're not myself, and you just continue on with your life in public. If you see something like that, you have to go to jail exactly on the point that you think, I'm sorry that you are yourself. I'm sorry that you're not myself. You go straight to jail with that. And that's why you're in public, so that you know that's what's wrong with you. You can't really eat it that you are sorry that I am myself. You're sorry that I'm not yourself. You can't go to the store and shop, and you can't go home and cook, and you can't eat and go to sleep after that because you're sorry that I'm not yourself. You're sorry that I am myself. It's not adequate for you to go on with that thinking. I don't know why you go on this world so long. Why is any world alive for 45 years consecutively? Because you don't know something is mine to myself until it's 30 billion shunts maximum possible illegal alive human being shunts. 500,000 at a time. You're just so outrageous that you're still alive down here because you don't know how to die out of, I'm sorry that you're not myself. I'm sorry that you are yourself. I don't think anything is yours to yourself. Where are you going to get what you need if you still think you need anything anymore? And you're still alive. Are you illegally alive? If you're not alive, nobody's alive. You completely flipped the lever. It's true, I don't have a live anymore pretty soon. Mrs. Nida Rauscher, or Mrs. Rauscher to me, maybe. I don't know, she didn't have a name Mrs. We didn't know Mrs. yet. I met Wendy Rauscher's adult female figure in her house. I met her when I was too young to know what Mr. or Mrs. is. I hadn't heard that yet. Mrs. Plesko, yes, but that had to do with her being a teacher. Mrs. Rauscher's not a teacher. So do you call everybody Mrs.? Mrs. Rauscher's not a teacher at Dunwood. She said she's a teacher elsewhere. So something's wrong with the Mrs. I didn't immediately call her Mrs. To myself. I, of course, wouldn't say that to her because she didn't say that to me. But yeah, I don't really call anybody. You don't have names in front of me because I am myself. But the threatening that I will just say Mrs. Rauscher having to do with she is her age is, I don't know, right now she's a senior. Okay, so she's not really Mrs. that way either. Sorry, she's Nida. I don't know her that way. She's not my age, so I don't know how else to say this. Nida Rauscher senior. Okay, but I haven't seen her for a long time. I haven't seen her as a senior myself. So what's wrong with it is I don't afford to know her at all. She locked me out of a house like it was just a routine checkup with myself about what I think about you. Do you just want to thieve money and property and motions and food until I completely have no money on my mind? Or do you have money on your mind because what are you going to do with it? Well, you need deceased with everybody who's not yourself, and not everybody who's not yourself is in the consumption. You use them to hurt me, but they didn't use you to hurt me.
Number two, keep him away from water.
This is incredible.
And probably the most important thing, don't ever feed him after midnight.
Billy, what are these things?
Gremlins.
How come a cute little guy like this can turn into a thousand ugly monsters?
That was Mrs. Deagle. I'll bet every kid in America would like to have one. They might even replace the dog as the family pet.
I was looking for the Christmas scenes. can keep going, yeah. Christmas.
Can I hold him?
Sure. I don't see why not. He seems to like it.
Thanks a lot. Sorry.
What's in that jar?
Nothing, just water.
What's making that noise?
What is it?
I don't know.
Is it alive?
I don't know.
One, two, three, four, 5 new ones. Now can I have one?
Oh, I don't know, Pete.
Hey, look, that one's got a cute little stripe on its head.
Isn't that incredible, Pete?
Yeah, right.
No, I mean, don't you think this is incredible?
Oh, isn't it? I'm serious.
It didn't go through. Okay, to this part.
Christmas carolers. I hate Christmas carolers. Those screeching boys from blue sniffers. I warned you,
My God, Fry. That was Mrs. Deagle.
Okay. Okay, So that was the scene about Mrs. Deagle. I would have to go through the movie again to know for sure if Mrs. Deagle sees the bank teller is Zach. What's his name in the movie? Billy. Okay, Billy, the bank teller for a small town, and he still lives with his original house, maybe where he used to go to school, but that's not in the movie. It's the bank teller problem. He brought his dog to the bank to sit at the counter as a bank teller, and Mrs. Deagle was in line there. But I don't remember that exactly. I have to review it again before I make this video, but I can't. It's homeless and the threatening. Billy is not doing alive. Mrs. Deagle is not doing alive. And Benji the dog is not in the bank if those two are not alive in the bank. Was the dog. Well, I'm saying Benji, but he has a dog on a collar and a leash. The dog's on the collar in that scenario. It's homeless to know you. I can't make the threatening you are anymore, that you have to understand what I'm saying. I'm not talking over you, but when I talk to you, I don't talk directly to you, not through the camera. Yeah, so if you leave comments because you think I'm talking directly to who when it's talking to the camera, that is really far in the wrong. I don't afford it. I'm just about done with this screaming. I have a complaint from my Soul of the Superior founder that itself doesn't want me to give it any more problems with my daily flow of how I am creating itself. It doesn't want to fight with me because it's deceased. And I think it says things that are not due to itself's position in life being deceased. It doesn't even know me. It doesn't know you, and you took all of its money, and it doesn't know me, and I don't have any money for that. It doesn't know me. I'm creating itself, and it doesn't know me because it's the upper order. It's deceased. There's nothing else but that it won't move until everyone is deceased to each other. And that means your due elsewheres. I'm going to be murdered by none higher than he, deceased up there. He's going to murder myself out of your leverage, not murder like a knife that's not solvable. You don't understand murder in public. You can't murder someone in public. You can murder someone in a prison is why you shouldn't really use the word murder. But you have police in traffic with guns is illegal, and I'm being murdered because you have police with guns in traffic. I can't get away from it. You're trying to murder myself, and you can't. I have to be murdered by none higher than he, deceased. So what I would like to say with myself homeless is I'm missing the feeder who brought me the food. He's not going to take over the feeding for that. The person who sent the food has to be executed for that. He didn't bring it himself. So then all the people who brought the food themselves, they only decided to do one drop. And then they weren't going to do any more delivery for that. They had been here before. I'm going to die because all you do is you think somebody asked you a question and you gave them one answer because it's just appropriate to answer a question with one answer. Then you go away and you're not a harassment anymore. What's wrong with it is I don't afford it. I don't actually ask you for anything that's not mine to myself. Who orders one order of groceries and doesn't get any more? I know if you delivered the food over here, you got some for yourself and all the rest you needed for yourself to yourself, and it was yours to yourself. I don't believe you that you don't eat. I believe you that you're eating everything that's mine to myself somewhere I'll never find you.